We are now hot. Hot mics. Hot mics.
Hot mics. Hot mics.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's half-hour happy hour with Alison and Alex. I am Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Alison Haislip. And for the next 30-ish minutes, we're going to talk to you about some fun stories we found in the news. And by we, I mean Alex, because he does all the work, and I just sit here and drink. And we'll gab about ourselves.
Yeah!
And of course, like always, we have Tom, our audio engineer, who knows nothing about audio or engineering. But I realized Tom's worth this week. That sounds terrible.
That does sound terrible.
Tom,
what did you discover?
You were not worth anything to me until this week. And then I realized Tom brings the bottle of wine every week. He brings the happy of the
thank you.
He
half-hour
brings
happy
the
hour.
happy.
Yeah.
No, that's
So
nice.
you're very important.
What am I worth to you, Alex?
Making Allison happy.
Good.
Because if Allison ain't happy,
The
no
show's
one's happy.
off the rails.
Well, thank you, Allison. Thank you.
We should get that as a T-shirt. Tom, I bring the happy.
I bring the happy.
I bring the happy.
It's awesome. I've decided hold on.
Yes.
My wine was too far for me. I'm going to put it over here.
Yeah, on my computer box.
There we go.
In my
That's
garage.
much more appropriate.
Yeah, I was going to just drink coffee, and then I was shamed into adultifying it, and I put Jack Daniels in it.
Perfect.
Peer pressured.
I got peer pressured, yeah.
We can't do this show without having a drink.
I
It
will tell
defeats
you,
the name of the show.
I'm going to drink it. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever happened in my life.
You'll have two.
I know, I was like...
You should have put Bailey's in it or something.
Oh, like what am I, like a 20-year-old
Oh my
woman?
gosh. I went out last night for a friend's birthday. It was me, and three girls. That was a terrible way of saying that story. I was like, how do I describe these girls? It doesn't matter. It was
You could have just
me
said
and two girlfriends.
You and the names of the girls, but that's all right.
So we're sitting at this bar, and this my two girlfriends are talking to each other, and I was actually talking to another friend off to the side. So this guy from across the bar sends my two girlfriends shots.
Oh yeah,
They're
sexy.
Buttery nipples.
Oh, yeah.
What?
When's the last time you drank a fucking buttery nipple?
The 90s.
Yeah,
Jillian.
exactly.
I was gonna say the nevers.
It showed up, and I was like, "What is this? A milkshake? Like, I don't get it."
I'd like to send those two ladies a chocolate milkshake.
Yeah.
They'll understand.
Needless to
What?
say, one of my friends was a designated driver, so I did the other
Oh,
shot.
I thought you were going to say, needless to say, they both went home with him.
Yeah, no, that
I
would be
was like, amazing. Little did you know, it was buttery nipple.
So what'd you guys do this week?
God, what did I do this week? I feel like absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
A lot of Diablo 3. Too much Diablo 3.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
want to hear something ridiculous that I did this week?
Yes.
Oh, wait, is this the babysitting children in space?
No, but that was awesome.
Amazing. Tom's like, what?
So a friend of mine is a teacher at a low income middle school here in LA, and my friend's church donated money so he could take his class on a field trip to the California Science Center, because they never get to do stuff like this. And so my friend and I were chaperones on this trip, and it was amazing. They put me in charge of 7 8th graders.
Sounds like hell.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus.
I was like, they were all marked with the letter of their chaperone, so my kids all had
Amazing.
an A written on their hand, and I
you
was
were
like
like an actual cattle herder.
oh yeah. But I was like, it's an A for Team Awesome, and then there were 70 kids total, but my 7 kids were always in line. I was like, Team Awesome, where are you? And they would like just run up, and I'd be like, yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
We got to see the Endeavor. I taught them about space and stuff. It was awesome.
You taught
Science.
kids about something?
Yeah, because they knew nothing. Like one of the kids was like, "How does the shuttle land?" And I was like, "Oh man, yeah, I guess unless you're a super nerd. No, I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're a super nerd, those of us sitting in this room,
Or
you
grew
don't
up in a
really-
time when that was that was the thing that happened on the news. That people
Right.
were like, here, watch.
Like, they
it's landing.
I mean, they saw plenty of takeoffs, but they
Yeah.
never understood how it landed. And I was like, "Oh, it lands like a plane." Like,
Interesting.
Yeah. It was really fun.
Yes.
What?
No, go. What's the other thing?
The ridiculous thing that I was going to tell you about.
Yes.
So, do you guys? I mean, Alex, you travel, right? Like, I travel a lot for work, so I'm very particular about my frequent flyer status on airlines
Oh.
because I want my benefits.
So you're a snob.
and I'm
Flight snob.
totally
Travel snob?
a travel snob.
And by the way, that's the best type of snob to be.
So I have been a loyal customer to United for years and years and years, and the last 2 years they have been driving me crazy.
Why?
And, the amount of fees you have to pay to change flights. If you want to, say you have a 6 p.m. flight and you get to the airport early and you're like, oh, can I hop on the 4:30 flight? You have to pay $75.
What?
Why?
fill
You
an
haven't.
extra
Yeah,
seat?
exactly. It's. I mean, if you're at a certain status, you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm like still a status member. I'm just not a higher status member, so I
Yeah,
still
you're
have to
like
pay. And I was
silver,
like,
whatever
this
the hell
is
it's called.
yeah. I was like, this is stupid. And then finally last year they announced that they're changing their frequent flyer program, where now it's point based instead of. It's like point dollar based as opposed to miles based, and so it makes it
my
even
God.
harder to qualify. And that was like
So if
the
you
straw.
get a deal on like going to
Yeah.
Japan, like we did that for Dignation. We went to Japan, and we went to Japan literally because I was like, going to Japan would be interesting. And I went to United's flight like website, and they were doing a deal. It was like $599 to fly round trip to Japan.
Wow, that's
And I called
amazing.
Kevin and I was like, should we just do this? Like
Yeah.
we didn't have any like
Right.
sponsors covering it. It was early days and we were like, fuck it, let's go to Japan. But that, and by the way, I got whatever that, 1,700 miles
Right,
or
exactly.
whatever.
Way more than 1,700 miles. Maybe
Well, one way,
17,000.
maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, it no longer is the distance you fly; it's the money you spend.
Weird.
And so that's when I was like, "Fuck it, United, you're giving me so much hassle." I know
Yeah.
most other airlines do this now, but I was like, if I'm basically starting from scratch with United, I'm
Might as
going
well pick another carrier.
Exactly. So I've been switching to Virgin America. They do a
Yes.
status match program.
A stash match?
Stash match.
You heard her.
Stash mashup?
I've already had 3 sips of wine. They do a status match. So I got them to match my status, but what you have to do is once you get matched, you have 3 months to hit X amount of points to
Yeah.
keep the status for another like year and a half.
Interesting.
So
So you just bought random tickets to
well,
like...
no, because I flew to
I'm
New
gonna go
York
to
a
Santa
couple
Barbara
times.
7 times.
No, I flew to New York a couple. Like I had
Yeah.
I had actual flights coming up, but a couple weeks ago I realized that my status match ends April 20th, which is
Ooh,
like
yeah,
right around
now.
the corner.
Yeah.
And I was 270 points short of hitting the status match, and 270 points basically equates to like a $45 ticket. And I was
Amazing.
like, I'm not losing my status over $45. This is ridiculous. So Tuesday morning,
Well, this
What?
is the most amazing thing.
What?
Can you buy the ticket or do you have to do the
you
flight?
have to do the flight.
Oh God! Okay, so Tuesday. So there you are. There you are.
Tuesday
Desperate
morning.
for keeping your status.
Fly from Burbank to LAX.
Yeah.
Virgin America doesn't fly out of Burbank. Trust
Oh,
me,
yeah.
I looked at that.
So okay. So what
Tuesday
happened?
morning, I drove to LAX. I got there at 8 a.m. I got on a 9 a.m. flight to Vegas.
What?
I walked off the plane. I literally turned around the rope, walked up to the woman checking people in for the return flight and said, "Are there standby seats available on this flight?" She goes, "Yep." And I'm like, "Can I get one?" And she goes, "Didn't you just walk off the plane?" I'm like, "Yep, I actually have a return flight at 2:30 this afternoon, but I got a meeting, so I have to get back to LA sooner." They check me in on that flight. I walk across the hallway. I pee. I come back. They're already boarding the plane. I walk back on the plane,
Oh
fly
my
back to LAX.
God, that
I
is
leave
ridiculous.
LAX at noon. I
That
got there
is
at 8 a.m.
awesome.
Leave at noon. Was in Vegas for 15 minutes.
By the way,
That
that's
is
something.
ridiculous.
That is something you would see in a movie and be like,
I know.
"Fuck you."
I totally
Nobody's
did it
gonna do
because
that.
it was
That's amazing.
It was a $90 ticket, and I was like, $90 is worth it for me to keep my status for the next year and a half.
Oh my!
So you had that
God.
time to kill that day to just
Well, I read
fly
a
to
bunch of
Vegas.
scripts and I did work
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the plane.
Plus, that flight is like what, like 40
45?
minutes?
Yeah,
something
exactly,
like that? Yeah.
exactly.
Oh my God, that is
So
amazing.
I was totally
You're my
one of
new
those
hero.
insane people.
That is
You're my
pretty
new
awesome.
hero.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
But hey, now I'm official on Virgin America, so boom.
There you go. Boom. They just opened up to Atlanta, I think, which is good because I'm going to MomoCon. Have you heard of MomoCon?
No, what's that? Take me.
It's yes, if you would like to go,
Yeah.
believe me, because I'm
Let's
going
do a
by
podcast
myself.
from there.
Yeah, all of this is things I want.
When is it?
It's the end of May, so it's like May 31st.
Perfect. I also
and
may
I'm-
have met a guy who's in Atlanta, so maybe that's another excuse. That I
Oh
wanna go.
well, hello, and Virgin
Selfish.
flies there.
Yes. Oh my God, this is so much win.
It must happen now.
Alex, you're just like my pimp for my love life, by the way.
Yes, I am. Oh, the story. Maybe on the happy hour after hours.
Yeah.
I
My
can
friends
see
are
that,
like,
yeah.
"Why are you friends with so many married men?" I'm like, "Because they pimp me out." That
Yes,
is why.
this is true.
Yeah. Silence.
No, my phone is just blowing up now that people are hearing that. Like it's live. But yeah, so I'm going to MomoCon, and they now fly to Atlanta, so I'm super excited. But
Okay,
yeah, I'll tell
let's
you all about
seriously.
it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I haven't booked any of my stuff. So
Wait, when
Great.
is it?
the end of May.
Oh,
so
man.
it's
Tom,
like-
can you come? Get our
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
We're
I don't
doing
know.
it.
I'm so busy writing cartoons.
Oh, we have important news we have to share about our podcast.
Yes,
Alex is like, "What are you talking
we
about?"
do. Well, first off, we have a Twitter account
Yeah.
now. which is at Half Hour Happy HR.
Yeah, happy her.
Happy her. We were gonna do the Half Hour Happy, but my friend said that it sounded like being jerked off quickly. Although I guess half hour is probably. I know. I was like, that's actually not happy. It's a half hour chafy is what that's called. It's horrible. So at Half Hour Happy HR. Right now, essentially, it's just going to be a trigger for nobody's managing that. It's just that every week it'll announce when the new episode finally goes up. So you can subscribe, obviously. And by the way, if you're listening to this and you haven't yet subscribed on iTunes,
please do.
Or on any other podcast delivery service that you like. Because we were going to keep doing it, so it would be awesome for us to tell you. And then we had the stroke of genius that left my left side paralyzed last night.
Whoa.
Was the email address.
Yes.
For people to write in and suggest topics for us to talk about.
Please.
We record the shows on Saturday mornings, which is why it's weird that we're all getting lit up.
Not that weird.
Not that weird. It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's the Lord's Day of drinking.
We don't have kids. That's why we didn't have kids.
Yeah, exactly. I
So we can drink on Saturday.
specifically don't have children, although I have a creepy doll with a face pushed in.
Oh, shut up. That's fucking creepy. Why do you have that, Alex?
It's not mine, but she's her name's Deirdre.
I don't think she's anyone's. I think she's her own person because she's
she
so
came with the
creepy.
house. We just showed up and she was there.
You're
No,
kidding.
of course not.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
Heather's old childhood doll, and
That
I
she
don't
punched
know
in
what
the
happened.
face.
Yeah.
apparently.
Anyway,
Okay, so email us at...
So email us. It's half hour happy hour fans at gmail.com. That's half hour happy hour fans at gmail.com.
Awesome.
And
An
like I
hour is
said,
spelled out in that one.
An hour is spelled out. Yes, no HR needed.
Well, you needed to spell it out, but
That's true.
add the vowels in the middle.
Yeah,
Smart
yeah,
ass.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Add all the letters that are usually in those words,
Yeah.
and you will have the email address. But yeah, so we do the show Saturday morning. So if something strikes you on Friday evening or Friday afternoon that you want us to talk about, feel free to send us an email, and we will potentially talk about it. Actually, we will most likely talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's always easier just to find stuff from people going, "Hey, talk about this car race that I saw. It's cool." By the way, bees.
By the way, bees.
By the way,
What kind
bees.
of segment was that? Is this our first story?
No, but I
Oh.
just remembered this because I was
the
gonna,
truck that fell over
The
in
truck that fell
Florida?
over.
Yeah.
Was it Florida? I thought it was
Oh.
here.
No, I think it was like
I
somewhere
thought it was on the 5.
That was Washington State, I thought.
I thought
okay,
it was...
we're all
no, it's
completely...
DC. I thought it was... I think it's DC.
First off, this is
Maybe
why we have
DC.
the internet.
This is why we have the internet. But yeah.
Bees.
Giant killer bees!
I'm saying Washington State. You're saying California.
they're
you're saying
ripping
DC.
my
Well, I know.
flesh off.
I say the 5.
You guys just totally missed my Tommy
It-
Boy quote. And now I'm
I
sorry.
ain't better than that. I have a doctor's got a little bit of a weight problem. There's my
That was pretty good.
Everybody's been stung is the quote from this article.
Oh my God.
Everybody's been
Where
stung.
did it take place?
The I-5. In
So I was on the wrong coast entirely.
You were at the
Washington.
at the 405 to Linwood. It was
What?
just
It
north of
happened
us.
here?
Yeah, it was like the 405 and the 5. So
I still
I
think it's
win.
Washington.
I win. That's 4. I love
still
that you're
say
just like, I'm going to still go with
Anything
my
north,
guess of Washington.
north of Los Angeles is
Yeah.
Washington.
Yep, thank you.
That is
Thank you,
actually
Allison.
true.
Allison's agreeing with me.
Yeah, that
basically,
is.
and saying that.
I agree with the statement she just made that everything north of LA is Washington State.
Yeah.
Although there's other things up there, right? Isn't there?
I feel like we have
Canada.
to start with stories. We've been talking
Yes.
for a really
Okay.
long time.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
So
14 minutes in.
Whoa.
amazing.
Whoa.
First off,
We might have to cut a story.
Biggest story.
Biggest story.
biggest story.
This is
potentially
bigger than me
of our
going to Vegas
lives.
for 15 minutes.
It is
was pretty epic.
slightly bigger. Star Wars Force Unleashed trailer.
Haven't seen it.
Are you choosing not to
I'm
see
choosing to not see it.
it? Okay. Well, in
Yeah.
that
Now I
case-
will say, okay, just in case anyone's like me and doesn't want to see it,
Yeah.
I'm about to say something that's a spoiler alert if you
Okay.
haven't seen it. But I did see the photos of Han and Chewie back together.
Yeah.
Which brought a tear to my eye. But I feel like trailers give away too fucking much now.
I will
And so I
say-
don't want to watch them.
I will say I agree with you. However,
However,
you can see this trailer because this is a true teaser trailer.
is it
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. To be
more
honest,
so than the other teaser trailer that we saw?
Yes, most definitely. Because I would say the only thing that by the way, if you saw the other teaser trailer, you've
Yeah.
seen everything that can be spoiled.
Oh, okay.
Basically, except for the thing you just said.
Right.
You know what I mean? That they're in it. It's almost like the original teaser trailer was sort of like, here are these new characters.
Right.
And this teaser trailer is like, but it's fucking Star Wars.
Right,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like,
Okay, so
it's
maybe I'll
pretty-
watch it. I've been purposely trying to avoid it.
I don't watch the Avengers trailers anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
I don't
definitely have
either.
not seen those.
No.
I definitely have not seen
I just
those.
stopped watching trailers.
Well, It is really funny because Jeff Kanata, my
Yeah.
buddy, he is like adamant against no spoilers, like fuck you spoilers. And one of his biggest complaints is Twitter's thumbnail thing where it previews images.
Oh.
So he'll be like scrolling through Twitter and all of a sudden he's like, oh, I guess that person's in that movie playing that character. Fuck you, Twitter.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like,
you know what my cousin does? He, whenever we go to the movies, during the entire, when they show trailers and previews, he sits there with his eyes closed and taps his fingers in his ears in and out so
Jeff
he can't
does
hear
that.
anything.
Jeff does that.
Jeff would get along with my cousin very well.
How old is your cousin, by the way?
30-something, 34?
Yeah.
He's a movie fanatic.
Yeah, Jeff is very like he goes into like the Fortress of Solitude. I'm actually surprised he doesn't just leave the theater and then sort of listen at the door, and then when it's like clearly that time is over, he can come back in. But
I mean, my cousin will watch trailers for movies he doesn't want to see. Like he doesn't sit there the entire 15 minutes of trailers, but like, you know,
that's actually really funny because that happens also with Jeff, where every once in a while he'll be just sitting there, and then like something will happen, like a DC logo will pop up, and he'll go,
yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Wait, is Jeff Kanata my cousin? Is that what I've been missing this whole time?
Actually. Jeff Haislip Kanata, yeah, it's crazy. But yes, it was fantastic. I mean, it was like, you know, look, my other buddy was like, well, it didn't really show anything. Yeah, it's called a teaser trailer. This is not like the trailer for what happens in the movie, which, by the way, I will not watch.
No.
Because I'm already in.
I can't believe it comes out in December.
Yeah,
Someone told me that. I'm like, no, it doesn't come out till next year.
Christmas.
No, it comes out 2015.
Yeah.
New Star Wars.
Yeah. Cray.
Yeah.
So it was very exciting, and Star Wars Celebration is happening
right
now in Anaheim. Sad panda that I didn't get to go.
I gotta be honest. I'm like not a sad panda that I didn't get to go. I mean, I totally would have gone if I had a reason to go.
You're sort of a lukewarm panda.
I just feel like at this point in my life, I've been to so many conventions that if I miss one here and there, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I don't think I'd be okay if I missed San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah,
but
did you go to WonderCon?
I did not. No. Yeah. But see, then you bring up this other convention in Atlanta, and I'm like, well, I've never been to that one, so let me check it out. You know?
You didn't go to the two closest ones.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it all comes back to
Virgin America
flyer.
flies there.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
It's all frequent flyer miles. She's like, I want to rack this shit up.
Wait a minute. I totally have like $150 off a companion ticket on Virgin. We are making this happen.
Oh, boom.
Ireland,
yes.
right?
Oh, Ireland.
No.
Virgin America doesn't fly to Ireland, sadly.
It's not Virgin everywhere in the world, America.
No,
it's literally just America. You'll caddy for my dad. That would be phenomenal. By the way, that means he actually wants to caddy when my dad plays golf. That wasn't a weird sexual thing, people at home.
I want to caddy.
I want to caddy for your dad.
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to say something so offensive. I'll be leaving now. But other news coming out of
Star Wars
Celebration was the announcement trailer for Battlefront 3.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
I saw the Easter egg that's in it.
Yeah. Ooh.
There's like someone screen grabbed and there's like graffiti on a wall that this would be a lot better if this was a visual podcast because I could probably bring it up and show you people what I'm talking about. But
I like to keep it vague.
Yeah.
It's
I don't watch video game trailers.
I don't want to spoil the amazingness of the amazingness of the graphic fidelity. I want it to be surprised the first time I see it. I'm jazzed. Any Star Wars games are.
They've been phenomenal.
Yeah. Did you ever play? Oh, you're not a PC chick, right?
No.
Yeah.
So I haven't played a lot of them, but like I've obviously from my time at G4 have done my fair share of research on them, and they are just beautiful, well-made games.
It's weird living in LA. I don't know if you get this a lot, but because you have a lot of friends, like one who lives in LA, it becomes friends with a lot of actors and things like that.
Yeah.
And for video games specifically, because it's rare that like, unless you're meeting like, what's his name, Nolan North or whatever, who does
the voice
everything,
for everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're meeting him and he's like, "Hi, I'm Nolan North." You're like, "Oh my God, you're everybody." Usually, you can't quite pinpoint
the voice,
right?
Right.
And so I was hanging out with a buddy of mine, and I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I played I was playing like Star Wars The Old Republic, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, yeah. I play the smuggler voice. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? And he was like, yeah, I'm the smuggler guy. And I was like, I've played the entire game through with you saying shit to me, and I had no idea it was my friend.
That's
crazy.
Amazing.
That happens all the time here.
I want to be a voice of a video game character so badly.
Oh, I would love to be a voice of a video game character.
I've been auditioning a lot for that kind of stuff. I'm like, cast me, please. Make me the voice of like random what?
Oh, I know people. I was trying to say to you secretly.
Tom's like, let's talk off the Tom's like giving me sign language from across the room.
I didn't want to talk about it here and make it about.
You guys,
we'll talk.
Tom, your worth just went up so much more.
I love being used for wine.
Yeah,
in industry context.
I got a voiceover agent like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and I was auditioning like mad.
That's what I'm doing right now. I have to put 5 auditions on tape this weekend.
You gotta nail at least one. Like, honestly, this is what ended up happening. I was going in like twice a week. I was auditioning for like
twice a
series
week.
regulars.
I have to record them at home. I get so many.
That's fantastic.
Insane.
But then I didn't book anything.
Right.
And in like a year, it was like
nothing.
Crickets.
I know.
I'm still repped at that company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm actually taking a voiceover class.
Ooh.
Just so that I can kind of be like, hey guys, I'm taking a voiceover class. Maybe we could try some more of the auditioning stuff.
Is that what they taught you? How to talk in that upper register like
exactly.
that?
I was like, yeah.
Who are you taking the class with, by the way? Who's teaching it?
I think Terry Berland or Terry Bortz.
Okay, this is terribly boring to people who.
I know what happened. This is like so dry. All right, let's.
Oh my
talk
god, Tom
afterwards.
just spilled wine all over himself.
Tom is the man. Okay.
I didn't realize I had so much in my glass.
First
I
off,
usually drink it faster than that.
so let's talk quickly about space coffee. Did you hear about this?
No.
So leave it to the Italians to be in space and go, you guys, your
We need coffee.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So they partnered with the Italian space agency, partnered with
Folgers.
No, the company.
Did we both just say Folgers at the same time? Oh.
Yes, if it impressed you.
if it impressed you, but no, I didn't say anything.
Best part of being in space is Folgers in your face.
First off, I have a feeling Folgers is the reason why the Italians were like, let's get some real coffee up in space, please. So you know that Italian espresso machine maker that's like LAVA,
yes,
ZZA or something like that.
La
Visa, so
something like that.
The Italian space agency partnered with La Visa, which
Whatever
is not it. And
no.
sorry, all you Italian listeners who are like, what the fuck?
Hey, what the fuck? Why you
what
talking
the
like that?
Nothing about what you said sounded Italian except for your hand motion that no one can see.
I made the ubiquitous Italian puckered finger hand motion.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the
Pretty dead on though.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
so they're making space coffee.
They created an espresso machine for space called the IS Espresso,
Oh my gosh.
the International Space Station Espresso.
That's amazing. You know what I learned about the International Space Station recently?
What?
It smells horrible.
It smells horrible.
It smells.
Did
I say smells?
It smells
horrible.
Well, first off, it's a can with 6 humans living in it. No shit, it smells horrible. And there's no running water.
It's because like your body odor can't leave because there's no vents, and so your body odor just sticks to everything, and you can't wash it.
Oh God.
Wait,
Yeah.
Who has body odor?
What do you mean?
First off, we've been in the studio with.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's been nice and
Cool.
cool. But
Rice
that first,
and
rice and cool.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite Vietnamese food.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Rice and cool.
So the coffee, like in space, would actually make it smell better.
Better.
But they still have to
There you
suck
go.
it from straws though. So it's not like it's
So
cup,
interesting
right?
you asked that, Tom,
Oh.
because they were also delivered some anti-gravity cups.
That's not
Wait,
a thing.
that's
Yes,
stupid.
they were invented
is not a
specifically
thing.
for the II Espresso.
But also, you would want gravity cups, not anti-gravity cups.
they don't.
Aren't all cups anti-gravity in space?
I guess all cups would be anti-gravity cups. So theoretically, you want the cups to somehow have gravity.
Could you? That would be phenomenal if they invented cups that
Just
create
cups, cups that like
nothing
you
else
couldn't-
that creates gravity. Not like maybe let's make the International Space Station have gravity so
No.
you can clean it.
But those cups.
But the cups.
They were like, what is this? Oh yeah, the cups. It's totally because
we
otherwise
need it in the
pressure-
toilet. No.
No.
The cups.
Yeah. What are we, rocket scientists?
I saw a space toilet when I was at the California Science Center.
Disturbing,
on
right?
Thursday.
Don't they just like attach it to? It's like a hose.
Yeah, it's like suction.
I have a hard enough time.
Oh, I thought you said I had a hard.
I have a hard on. No, it's not what happened. No, I have a hard enough time. Like for me, I don't know about you guys. And we're going to talk about poop here.
Can't go an episode without talking about poop.
I don't know. And somebody, by the way, it was the best tweet. Somebody tweeted that super diarrhea was when you shit a cape.
I just snorted.
I was like, that is fucking genius. No, but it's got to be the right time. Like, I'm not one of those like, journeyman poopers or like workman poopers. It's
I don't know what that means.
I got to leave in 15 minutes. I'm going to go poop. It's like, that shit does not work for me. It's like, oh, I got to leave in 15 minutes. Oh, fuck. I haven't pooped. And then it's like, well, I'll poop in a day. You know what I mean? Like,
I see your bowels are not a schedule.
Yeah. Oh no, they tell me.
Okay.
They tell me.
So wait, why are we talking about this with space?
Because if I go into space and they're like, okay, it's your 5 minutes to get the fucking shit vacuum, I'd be like, I'm not ready for the shit vacuum. I
don't think they have a schedule.
I need to prepare. They have schedules. They're like, look, we got a 4 p.m. meeting. Yeah. And then everybody's got to look at plants.
Are they that regimented?
What if you get diarrhea in space? It's probably not possible.
Space diarrhea. Even more explosive than super diarrhea. Supernova diarrhea is space diarrhea.
In space, no one can hear you take poop.
Will we have an episode where we don't?
I don't think there's a reason for us to have an episode not talking about poop.
All right.
Let's talk about, speaking of not poop.
Not poop.
Let's talk about Alan Rickman for a minute.
Oh my God, I love him.
He's fantastic, by the way.
The most genius actor. I mean, what is it? The 5th Harry Potter movie where he's in it for literally 11 minutes. He has like 11 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
And all 11 minutes are pure fucking gold.
Yeah. I mean, come on. He's
Die Hard.
Die Hard. But, and this article is actually specifically about Robin Hood.
That was a terrible noise you just made.
Because I sort of forgot what I was talking about. And
Robin
I was
Hood.
like, just keep it going. And when the noise turns into words, it'll make sense.
It's Robin Hood.
Robin Hood,
Thieves,
Prince of Thieves. Prince of Thieves. Which, by the way, some of my favorite, and frickin' Alan Rickman, Wisepoon brother.
Oh, yeah. It'll hurt more, you twit.
I just love that. Well, so and by the way, I guess he won a BAFTA for that role.
That doesn't surprise me.
So
he was the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Yes, of Nottingham. Well,
Nottingham
was getting
that's the porn version.
Yeah, Sheriff of Nottingham. I just said it with a sexy accent or like a sexy.
No, I said Nottingham.
I know, and then I said the real word.
You're terrible.
But like a little bit.
But do it with the Italian.
I put a little stank on it.
There you go.
Nottingham. Anyway, so he was doing another BAFTA thing and giving a speech, and he basically outed that the script for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was terrible.
Oh.
And that he and his buddies rewrote his scenes at a Pizza Hut Express.
Yes, they did.
And that he conspired with the director to get those into the movie without the writer's knowledge.
Wow. What'd they do? Just someone was like, oh, Alan's shooting. Take the writer into the other room and get him a coffee.
I don't know.
Show him the space coffee.
But he said that like that scene where he's like having him run down the hall, and then he like tells that one wench in the doorway, like, you, my room, 10:30.
Yes.
And then he says, you 10:45. And then he walks up and then turns and he goes, and bring a friend. And then he leaves. All of that was Pizza Hut. That was all him and his buddies at Pizza Hut Express.
I should do my writing at Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
By the way, those scenes are so funny and so brilliant.
Yeah.
But the comedy in them is the kind of comedy that could have been in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
That's what's so great is that Alan Rickman pulls that shit off.
He pulls it off. If it's anybody else, that's just like hacky, like tongue-in-cheek
I
bullshit.
had the biggest crush on Christian Slater in that movie as Will.
Yeah.
Fuck me, he cleared it. Oh my God, that's like Christian Slater in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Christian Slater in Heathers. That's the man I need to marry.
Yeah.
And of course, he's a
he grew
rebel
up to be
bastard
Christian
who blows
Slater.
things up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that. Him back in the day. Do you remember Gleaming the Cube?
I was just going to say that.
No, wait, what?
Fucking Gleaming the
You
Cube,
haven't seen
baby.
Gleaming the Cube?
No.
His finest movie
Oh my
yet?
God.
Yes.
Is he as hot in that movie as he is in Robin Hood?
I don't think either of us are equally calibrated to answer
He's
that
hot.
question, but yes, I think the answer is yes. I just remember that because I was like a skate punk when I was a kid.
So was I.
And so like Mike McGill did his
like,
stunt double
stunts,
stuff,
yeah.
and Tony Hawk's in it.
What?
Yeah, like 16-year-old Tony Hawk
Oh
is
my
in
gosh.
it.
All right.
It's awesome.
I'll have to say it.
And
It's awesome for the 80s if you're a skateboard.
yeah, it's awesome for the 80s if you're a skateboard person. Otherwise, good luck.
Yeah.
There's like a detective story. There's like some actual Law and Order shit going on.
Like a detective story.
My favorite thing about that whole movie was the fact that he lived in a cleaned out sewage tank.
I thought it was a World War II bomb shelter.
No, I think it was
You guys,
what are those
what
shit
the fuck
things?
happens in this movie? You're confusing me.
It's a skater.
It's a skater
That's all
movie.
you need to
Okay.
know.
That's it. It's like Thrasher, but
Yes.
with more skating.
All right,
And
cool.
Christian Slater.
But anyway, I thought that was freaking hysterical that he was like,
Yeah.
this movie script was terrible. And so he just conspired with his friends to be like, let's punch up my lines.
That's awesome.
And it happened at a Pizza Hut Express.
Where did they shoot it?
I have no
They have Pizza
sure
Hut
England.
Express in England?
Yeah.
Oh.
In the
Yeah.
early 90s?
Yeah, 91 was when it came out.
Wow.
So in the early 90s, there was Pizza Hut
Oh,
there.
that Bryan Adams song, man.
Oh, yeah. Which one was it?
Everything
for
I
Love
do,
and-
Oh, yeah.
I do it for you.
I got the piano. I used to be able to play it on a
All
piano.
for Love is from the Three
I thank you.
Musketeers.
I know. I just realized that. That
Damn
was
it.
Sting and...
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Well,
was
Bryan
that
Adams,
the,
Sting, and Rod Stewart.
Thank you.
Was that
Let's
the
do it
Three Musketeers?
all for one and all for love.
Oh, yes.
All for love.
By the way, this is now the second consecutive episode where we've gotten Allison to sing.
Do we
I
have to
think
pay
no,
for that?
I sang in the first one too because I
Did you? Oh,
sang.
three. All right,
You guys, I basically just
sing.
sing all the time.
So you sing and I talk about poop.
Yep, there you go.
This is the perfect podcast, really. All right. So Espresso in Space, Alan Rickman, Star Wars. Okay, so this is not a story, but I wanted to just chat about Airbnb.
Okay.
Have you guys ever used Airbnb? Have you ever thought about Airbnb-ing yourself?
I have not, but I have plenty of friends who have. And weirdly enough, my manager it was her birthday last weekend, and she had a party. Friends of hers from the East Coast came out for her birthday and Airbnb'd a place, and they said they had a barbecue at this place that they were Airbnbing. And I show up, and the house that they're staying in is my friend's aunt's old house.
What?
They sold it. So we had a bridal shower for my friend there like 2 years ago, and then they sold the house right after that bridal shower. And whoever bought it has now turned it into an Airbnb. And
That's
I just had this
fantastic.
barbecue
That's
at this house that
crazy.
I'd been to before. I was like, that's really fucking weird.
Do you know anybody that actually has an Airbnb, or Airbnbs, like their house or rooms?
I don't, but I used it for Comic-Con last year when I couldn't get a hotel.
Oh, really?
How did that work?
It was awesome. We were right behind Petco Park. It was perfect.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It was expensive, but obviously.
Yeah.
But it was
Well, yeah.
exactly what you needed, so yeah. We
Oh
used
my
it.
god! Yeah, because somebody in the neighborhood, because we're redoing our front lawn area or whatever the hell it's called now, veranda, because it's like stone and no grass.
Yeah.
But this lady who's a neighbor came up and was like, "Hey, are you I love this stonework. Can I get the name of the people that are doing it?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And we were just chatting, and she was like, "Yeah, people who are Airbnbing, like she lives up the street a little bit.
Yeah.
And one of her neighbors has a house with a guest house,
Oh, so they Airbnb the
and they
guest
Airbnb
house?
the guest house, but they also don't live in the main house. Weird.
Oh.
But they don't Airbnb the main house. They only Airbnb the
So who
guest
lives
house.
in the main house?
It's like a second house, so I think that maybe they just have it empty so that like people don't go like, we got the run of the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then they also don't have to live there. Anyway, long story short, $600 a day.
What?
A day. And it's booked up like 3 months in advance.
Oh my goodness.
A day.
Here?
Yeah. A day.
Wow.
And I was like, Heather, we're going to live at Howard Johnson
Yeah.
and we're going to Airbnb our house and we're just going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Do Howard
crazy.
Johnson still exist?
God, I hope not.
But like that's how it was at Comic-Con because they knew they could
Hojo's?
charge us. I think we paid like $800 or $900 a night for
Yeah.
that place. That was last year when
Wow.
we ran into you. Like
Yeah.
$900 a
Was
night.
it like a
'Cause
one-bedroom apartment or was it
That
like...
was a giant, like, awesome furnished studio.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful place, brand new, right near Petco. Yeah.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. I might
So
have
if
to
you
look
can't get
into
the
that.
hotel, just use that, and someone
Yeah.
will give you their room. Yeah,
That's actually really smart.
you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Because we're thinking about... we have... I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but...
Uh-oh.
yeah.
about it.
exclusive.
Exclusive. I'm going to get a lot of calls. We're thinking about doing a live show
Ooh.
down at San Diego Comic-Con.
we?
Me and some past... a friend of mine that we
You mean
have
the
not been
half-hour
working-
happy hour?
It's called the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alex. It's more of a solo. It's more of a solo spoken word
By the
thing.
way,
Sorry,
you know,
Allison.
I never thanked you for this, Alex, but I didn't realize until we released the podcast that you named
Yeah.
it the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex.
Well, I
instead of
figured
Alex and Allison.
I figured I
got top
owed you.
billing
I figured I owed you since
after
it was
a season of 4 points with my name.
Alex Albrecht.
Yes.
And then I was like, and Allison's on the show.
Yeah. His name was on the damn desk.
My name was on the desk. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder where that sign is.
Oh yeah, you should find that.
I should probably get that. I'll text Seth.
Yeah.
Anyway, so long story short, we're gonna potentially do this big live show there as a sort of reunion thing.
Reunion.
Yes.
Reunion.
And I was like, well, I mean, we're not going to be able to get hotels because they're all booked up.
Yeah, we should do the half-hour happy hour in the middle of your reunion show.
Done.
Like
just like a half-hour pause.
Exactly.
I think you owe that to Allison.
Yeah.
I think, thank you,
Seriously.
Tom. And he was like, and I will be there too.
Yeah.
If I can get a hotel.
Oh, yeah. Well, no.
Airbnb.
I mean, look, if we go, we got to do a half-hour happy hour.
Yeah.
2x, right? Was what we were going to say if we do the
No, if we do it at Comic-Con at night, we would. Oh yeah.
Yes.
If we do an hour long, it's 2x. But if we do it at night, it's going to be the half-hour happy hour after hours.
I like it's the half-hour happy hour after hours 2x.
2x.
I love it. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So much fun. And we're going to Airbnb. And then we'll just invite all the audience over to the house to just rage.
Because I have no idea how many people actually listen to this. We could have like 6 listeners, and I'm like, cool.
Those listeners are like, amazing.
Do a show at Comic-Con.
I'm going to be there, baby.
Hey, you 6 listeners, we love you.
We do.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.
Listening.
With your ears.
Damn it, Alex.
I think that's it. I think we've done it. We've done another
oh, really?
another
we got all the
episode.
stories?
36 minutes.
36
Whoa,
minutes.
Look at that.
We're
Don't
trying
you have another story?
We're trying. No, that's it.
Do you want me
That
to
was
talk
it.
about my frequent flyer status again?
Amazing.
Okay, so listen, people at home, we really do love you. We have no idea who's listening. We do get some comments on Twitter, but please, please, please rate us on iTunes and comment. We want to know what you think. Email us at the email account, which is what?
halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com.
Please, we want to know. And apparently, we've had audio issues for the last 2 weeks.
We're learning.
We're working on it. Third time's a charm. Hopefully, this one sounds better.
I got a thing. I got a thing. I'm very excited. Yep.
Alex has an app. He's going to make things happen.
It's a app.
Follow us on Twitter, Half Hour Happy Her.
Half Hour Happy HR.
Follow Alex and I on Twitter. I mean, you probably already do. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason you're listening to this is because we tweeted about it. So you probably already follow us on Twitter. But I'm at Alison Haislip.
And I'm at Alex Albrecht. And Tom
what are you?
Krajewski, you're on the interwebs, aren't you?
I just learned about Twitter last week.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Literally, his wife like sat him down and was like, Twitter. And he's like, I don't understand.
I think I'm at like Tom Krajewski. No one cares. It's your show.
Your last name is probably not the best thing to keep in your Twitter handle.
Yeah.
Because it's like Krajewski is sort of how it's spelled,
Yeah.
but
it doesn't sound that
Krajewski.
way.
Weird Al Yankovic's wife is a Krajewski.
I know.
Like
I heard that.
Ooh.
I did hear that. I think
Are
you said that.
Are you married to Weird Al Yankovic?
I wish.
That would be phenomenal.
I wouldn't be here with you guys right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Here's the deal.
Yes.
Alex and I just really like talking to each other.
Yes.
So we're going to keep doing these, and hopefully you guys like listening to them. 'Cause
Exactly.
We would like to travel to various conventions, apparently, but only if Virgin America flies there.
Boom. MomoCon or bust is all I gotta say.
Exactly. We're making this happen. We
I
are
love
making
it.
this shit happen.
All right, people. Well, that is it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip. We'll see you guys next week. We'll hear you guys. No, we won't hear you. You'll hear us next week.
Tom
Shit.
Krajewski.
Goodbye.
Bye, Tom.
Ugh, I love it. Did you hit the stop button?